Grandma's kitchen where we're going to cold brew. I am not a cold coffee person, but I did a little bit of research and I might just try cold brew, but heated, because I didn't even realize that was a thing. So I'm putting it together. Here's a silicone ring. I'm your weird friend. I do say weird things. However, I do not always say what the captions say that I say. So we're going to put our doodad in here, which is the filter. Pampered Chef now has cold brew. This may be while supplies last. Don't get me lying, because I should have looked and I didn't. It's gluten-free. As it should be. Sorry, that made me crack up a little bit. So we have cold brew. How many bags are in here? It's 6 pouches. Use 2 pouches for every 4 cups. I'm going to do about 2.5 cups because this little doodad says 40 ounces for a cup of coffee. And since this says 2, and I think this is a 40-ounce pitcher, don't get me lying. It's new to me too, but I will measure and do all the things if you have any questions. So we're going to stick the pouch in there. I'm going to fold it. And we're going to pour our water over that, and then here's the lid. So you can leave it sitting out on your counter for 12 to 24 hours or put it in the refrigerator. You can also get a burr grinder, y'all. You can control your grind to do a coarse grind, much like you would probably do for coffee press coffee that's hot. But here's my beans. I'm showing you my beans because I love this. This is the best coffee ever. As far as we found for drinking it black like Les does, I cover it up with all the sugars, but I can still sort of tell a difference. So we are going to, there's arrows on the lid here. Let's see what you can see. Look down in here. So now you can wash, dishwasher, all the stuffs and this filter. So it's probably a little less messy to have it already packaged, but you can coarsely grind a cup of coffee. If you're not using the cold brew pouches, I do suggest it's Cafe Don Pablo, organic, Subtler organic. I do light roast. Light roast has more caffeine. Also, in my smidgen of research that I've been doing on the cold brew, it's supposed to have a lower acidity to it, which means it should be easier on your tummy. So if you have any sort of digestion or stomach issues with coffee, you could try the cold brew even if you think cold coffee is wrong, kind of like me. This could be the way you could do it. Also, the longer you let it sit, it says the stronger it is. So this has arrows on it, this little doodad here. I'm just going to put it in, maybe, Scooby Snacks, and then I'm going to turn it. There we go. We locked it. All right, so it also said to push it down with the spoon, but I'm a moron sometimes. So let's unlock it, and I'm going to push this down. Since I didn't fill it with water, we're not going to use a spoon. We're going to use my favorite scoop and spreader. Hopefully they're still in the outlet because, y'all, they're my favorite. Okay, I'm just pushing it down into the water. Okay, I'm going to seriously try this. I might heat it to go in my latte because I'm a lover of hot coffee, but if it doesn't and I might sneak it. The Hubs isn't here. He left for a minute. So I might just sneak it in his latte and see if he notices a difference. And then we might make some snickerdoodle lattes with it. But I do want to make cookies. Also, one of the new items is this Java Chip Frappe drink mix, which you can. Recipe on here says half a cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of this, and 3/4 cup of ice, and you can make a frappe. I would add some coffee if you want coffee flavor. Remember, I'm a cold coffee is wrong kind of person. So while we may cold brew it, y'all, I don't like it cold, but this is delicious in cookies. And if you get my newsletter, this cookie recipe is the very end of it on like a video. So I show you my cookie hack for the muffin pans with this cookie recipe on it. So I want to say it about 15-ish seconds, maybe 15 to 20. It'll flip to the instructions. So you'll have ingredients and then instructions. Anyhow, and if you don't get my newsletter, just text me VIP. There's a link, not a link. There's a number in this description. Okay, so we have Java Chip Frappe and a vanilla cream frappe. I have used both in the cookies. This one leans more toward a coffee flavor in the cookie. I have not made these in shakes. So if you're looking for, I'm just putting it back up, y'all, coffee flavor, because I also add a tablespoon of coffee to these cookies. They're delicious. Like, I legit want to stockpile this so that I can have these cookies forever. Okay. Twix clip. I'm just going to put it on here. Also, coffee, if you store outside of the bag that it likely came in, always buy beans, unless you're getting it like in a filter. I'm not a fan of ground coffee. Anyway, you want it to be in a dark container where light does not get to it. So, putting the cold brew coffee up. We're letting that go. It's pretty much it for today. Word for the live, cold. Since we're brewing it cold or room temperature. I'll probably let it sit out room temperature for a while, and then I'll put it in the fridge here in a little bit. So I will do this. I would say it would be great to have, and remember, it can be a concentrate that you can dilute. It's supposed to have a higher amount of caffeine than normal coffee, but you might get a double whammy if you do a light roast with this on the caffeine. So diluting it might be good. Easier on your tummy. What are the other? There were other benefits Healthline and Masterclass had that I looked up. It's supposed to have a smoother taste and possibly have more antioxidant content in it if you were drinking coffee for health reasons and not that you necessarily love it. It should have a longer shelf life, of course, than your traditionally hot brewed coffee. I think that's about it. Low acidity, better on the bellies, higher caffeine content, should be a smoother flavor. If you have any sediment, which is natural in the cold brew, you could also filter it through a paper filter if you like that. Some of us don't care for it. It's like it takes on a different flavor and removes the oils in the coffee. So some of us don't paper filter, but you can. If you're looking for a deluxe coffee machine, the K-Cup here, it takes any K-Cup. And then there's a ground coffee filter, which the machine comes with some paper filters that go in there as well. Or you could, if you're going to use the ground filter back to back, I would suggest filter, insert. I would suggest using a filter. I'll just hit my straw now, I'm thirsty. Back to back, use a filter for like fast cleaning unless you rinse it out and all of the shenanigans. But you know, you can go to espresso, K-Cup, or ground coffee in this machine. You can grind your own. I'm sure you can buy ground coffee, even though I feel like it's wrong. Or you can use the easier to clean up pouches like we have here at Pampered Chef. I'm sure other manufacturers make them. I just don't know who because I am new to this, but I'm excited to try it. So it's already, you can already see our water is changing colors. I need to set a timer for what time it is so I know when to check this tomorrow because we're going to go full on 24 hours, maybe. I don't know. Should I sneak it before church? Let me know in the comments if you think I should go ahead and try it because it says like 12 to 24 hours. Should I change it up and not tell him tomorrow before church and see if he says something about a different flavor? I'm excited. Anyway, I'll let y'all go. Let me know. Are you a fan of cold coffee? So, 1, do I do this in the morning? And 2, are you a cold or hot coffee person? And remember, you can warm this up, and it could still be easier on your stomach if you have any sort of stomach issues with coffee and the acidity in it. I'll let y'all go. Thanks so much for tuning in. Text me if you want to be a VIP and get the newsletter, which, remember, there's a few recipes in there. The street corn recipe and... I stepped on something. Or I don't know what that was. And my cookie recipe that I love. So I think that's it. Sorry. Text me that. Message me the word cold. The first link in the description is for Facebook Messenger. Just hit that link. Send the message cold. And I will do my little tapping fingers and record you in my Excel spreadsheet and do a monthly giveaway. You'll be entered into it. Dishwasher safe, cold brew. I'm going to let it sit out. I don't know why I'm holding it. I'll let y'all go. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Excuse me, I burp a lot. Holler if you need anything at all or have any questions. Thank you so much.